Thank y'all. Let's see. The first thing on the agenda is to consider the minutes of the last regular meeting held on September 8th, 2025. I need a motion to approve those minutes.
I so move the minutes are approved.
A second. Okay. Any discussion? All in favor, aye. Aye. Any opposed, nay. Next item is consider the financial statement for September of 2025. Need a motion to approve the financial statement.
Make a motion to approve the financial statement.
Okay, and a second?
I second.
Okay. Any discussion? All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, nay. So the next section is our public comment. This is a comment on any of the items listed below by the general public. And if you need to comment, then you keep it to 3-minute limit and state your name and address. Or is there any public comment? Okay, if not, old business, we have none. New business, we don't have much this month for sure. The first one is consider the police chief's recommendation to terminate Patrolman Kevin Levesque. I need a motion to terminate Kevin.
I'll make the motion.
A second. Okay, any discussion?
Mayor, Mr. Patrolman Levack's here, and he has the right to go into executive session if he wishes.
No comment.
Okay. Okay, all in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Nay. Okay, the next item is consider the payment of the September 25 bills totaling $112,322.03.
I'll make a motion, we pay the bills.
Okay, and a second?
Second.
Okay, any discussion? Okay, all in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Nay. Okay, under announcements, Amy's here to give y'all some announcements concerning the Main Street program.
Hey, you guys want me to come up front? Or is it-
Yeah, sure. Hey, yeah.
I'm gonna bring my phone so the information's on here. Hey everybody, I just want to give you guys updates as the Main Street Board member right now, or acting director in the interim until we hire somebody. We're still looking, just for the camera here, we're still looking for a director of Springhill Main Street. If anybody knows anybody, please apply with the city of Springhill. I'm currently the director of Visit Webster Tourism and kind of balancing this role on the weekends. So I want to give you guys the updates on what's going on with Springhill Main Street. We had applied last year for the Historic Preservation Fund grant through the State Historic Preservation Office. It was put into our budget, and we got word last week that we did win that. And so that will make, the DocuSign will be coming to your email probably next week, and that's from the Louisiana State Office, State Historic Preservation Office, and that will make it so we pay a consultant with these funds, and they will basically write an application to make the whole downtown of Springhill a nationally registered district with the National Park Service, and then we'll have a nationally registered district, and business owners and building owners can apply for tax credits and reimbursements on any upgrades to their buildings, and it'll qualify them for more grants in the future. So we won that grant. There's another grant that we had already won that you guys are aware of, and it's called the Technical Assistance Grant from Louisiana Main Street. That one was $63,000. And that one is basically for a master plan of the redesign and implementation of a roadmap to move Springhill forward. So Main Street America paid consultants for us, and they're coming from all over Maine, South Carolina, Georgia, bunch of states. They're gonna come November 17th through the 20th. It's gonna be a team of 4 or 5 of them. They're gonna go into separate meetings with different kinds of community stakeholders, business owners and building owners. The meeting for councilmen and elected officials is gonna be November 18th at noon. It's gonna be a lunch provided, if you guys would like to attend. And basically what these people are gonna do is help us write and review our ordinances, create a design plan for downtown, meaning to make it look like somewhere businesses want to invest in and people want to be, and to help us envision and get on paper what are the steps to get Springhill into this place. And it's a good timing for us because mayoral campaigns are coming up, and so it's good timing to set a plan in place to move this place forward, or else we're always gonna be where we're at. So that will be November 17th or 18th, and we're gonna have a huge community input meeting. I'd like to see 100 or so people there. I'll contact area businesses and start making posts about that. But the community input meeting will be 5:30 PM on Monday, November 17th. So Monday, November 17th, and I wanna be clear that this is for anybody. It's not just Springhill. Springhill is the designated shopping area for 7 surrounding communities. So anybody, Bradley, Taylor, Emerson, Shongaloo, Cullen, you guys know all the towns here. Cotton Valley, Sarepta, anybody that goes to, anybody that comes to Springhill to shop or to watch movies, please come to this meeting and give your input of what you'd like to see in the future. Not just business-wise, you know, what matters to you, the broken windows downtown, the streets that aren't being repaired. You know, everybody's doing their best here and everybody has complaints, but if we get them all written down on the paper and make a plan forward, then that's the best way to go. So that grant is another one. We have the municipal grant, which is the match grant that council put into place for $2,000 per quarter. The applicant that won this quarter is, the first quarter is gonna be Buds and Blooms downtown. They have the broken glass on the front of the buildings. So they use that grant from you guys that they want to replace all the broken glass, and they're gonna put up lighting and possibly sub signage if the lighting doesn't cost too much. Also, there's Main to Main coming up. This will be the first year in many years people are gonna be required to register for Main to Main. So if anybody wants to sell on public property or private business property, not at a garage sale at your house, which you can register the garage sales at your houses if you want, so that will put you on the map, because now that I work for Visit Webster, West Parish Tourism, I'm gonna make a parish-wide map to show where all the spots are, so shoppers can go and see where they all are. But if you're selling on public property, like the farmer's market, the sidewalks downtown, I can't think of any other public properties in Spring Hill that we sell at, but public property or private parking lot property, you'll need to along the route, you'll need to register to sell on Spring Hill Main Street, Visit Webster, Minden Main Street, any town, anywhere. So Sibley's registering all the way to Cullen, Sarepta, all of them. After that, Main to Main, let's see, we have, November is Christmas. So November 29th will be Shop Small Saturday and our Christmas event. And we'll talk more about that at the November meeting. If you guys haven't hired me by that time, I'll give that review. There's also a Historic District Commission meeting in October that I'm going to ask to postpone, because I'm not employed here. I like to table that until we can find somebody to take that role. So whoever attends the Historic District Commission meetings, the October meeting is going to be postponed probably until the January meeting, if that's all right with you. That's the next date?
Yes.
Okay. And that's everything I've got. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Amy, appreciate the update. As far as other announcements, the rodeo was a huge success. Wasn't it? Chief?
Very, very successful. Thank everybody for supporting it and coming out to it, and hopefully we have as good rodeo next year as we did this year.
The weather was perfect, sure was. And the Lumberjack Festival this last weekend the weather was perfect for it too. But the new pavilion and smaller pavilions were all enjoyed by everybody. Everybody just really enjoyed the new facilities that we have. And we had our guys worked their tails off to get it perfect for y'all. And it really was pretty. They did a good job. I had no complaints whatsoever. So they must have done a real good job. But all the electricity worked, the water worked, everything worked. So, but it couldn't have been any better, any nicer festival. And then you had
And Jamboree had a gospel show that night, so everything tied in great. We had a big crowd there, so
right.
just walking around out there, I saw you the other day. I mean, everybody was happy. It looked great. It really did. Like I say, the day was perfect. It wasn't too hot, wasn't cold.
No, it was really nice. There's a lot going on in Springhill, so I'm glad everybody's getting out and enjoying it. I'm glad we're able to provide a lot of this stuff for the citizens. That's my announcement. Anybody got anything else?
I can make an announcement for tourism,
Okay.
just for Spring Hill area. The Spring Hill Rodeo was very cool. I'll just echo your thoughts. It had several thousand people, and Visit Webster was a sponsor. We're very grateful to be. And I interviewed several people, and there was people from Montana to Florida, which shocked me. Let me be honest, I've never been to a Spring Hill Rodeo. Okay, I probably shouldn't say that out loud, but I haven't. And I went because now that I get to see more than just downtown, I got to attend, and there was thousands of people. I would say like 5,000 or 6,000 people over the weekend. And like I said, I was so shocked to be interviewing people from Montana, Idaho, Florida, Georgia, South Carolina, just right here in Little Spring Hill, and staying for 3 and 4 days, not just one night. So that was really exciting. The Lumberjack Festival was beautiful, and thank you guys for doing the pavilions. They were so pretty. Piney Woods, I stopped by really quick, and it was a beautiful gospel show. And I wanted to point out that the Webster Parish Library is having trunk or treat on the 30th of October, and that's always a big hit, and I'm sure we'll all be there. I'll be there representing tourism again. And that's, I think, well, outside of Webster Parish, there's outside of Spring Hill, there's a paddle this weekend on Bayou Dorchey. If anybody's interested in attending, just find it on the website, but it's a kayak trip, and there's, I think, 200 people signed up right now. And that's all I've got.
Thank you. Anybody else got anything?
Try 10,259 people.
Oh my
Is that how
God.
many? Good, correct.
All 3 nights.
That is
Boys
awesome.
out down Muddy Bottom.
That is a lot of people.
Yeah, that is so cool.
All right, anything else? Okay, y'all, we're adjourned then, thank y'all.